Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing four stocks which are Meta platforms, Ferrari, Amazon.com and Alibaba. We will see where they might move over next weeks and months. Please subscribe to our channel and to receive our real-time trading alerts and signals on cryptos, stocks, forex and commodities. Then you can join our community on Patreon. You will find the link in the description field. Let's start with Meta. As you can see here, we have a weekly chart. In the upper section, we see the price, while beneath we find two proprietary indicators and also the volumes. We've sending, as a financial trading academy, several reports stating that uh, Meta platform was doomed to move down over the end of 2021 and 2022. In fact, that happened from a top of almost 400 US dollar. Actually, Meta platform went till 90 US dollar, which actually we perfectly predicted, and you can find the articles on our Patreon page. The situation has changed. In fact, we have sent a new article, a new newsletter, where actually we were buyer on Meta platform. The reason why we were buyer on Meta platform was basically due to this huge increase in terms of volumes we see here. Let's not be confused by the color of the volume. In fact, here we have a long black candle, but when we see such a huge increase in terms of volumes at the end of some strong trend, which can be uptrend or downtrend like in this case, then we should be expecting a reversal. Now let's see what our two property indicators are saying to us. Now we see that the green curve has been crossing above the blue one, and in this case the green curve has been crossing above the red one, okay? Which means we have two buy signals for Meta platforms over the next month. Being a weekly chart, okay, we retrieve the signals for the next month. Now if we switch to a different view, we will see that actually while for the next month we expect platforms, Meta platforms moving higher, we should be expecting now a bearish movement over the next weeks. The reason is because, as we can see here, these three long white candles closing above the upper envelope is stating to us that actually we are outside what should be the linear regression. Okay, so this which should envelop the 95% of the price movement. Okay, so in other words, we should be expecting a movement downwards over the next weeks. Again, we will be buyers around this area, okay, between 160 and 150 US dollar. Okay, so we believe that actually platforms Meta is going to move downwards around this area, okay, where actually we will be strongly buyer, and the reason why we will be strongly buyer is because the trend has changed. These volumes has been creating a very strong support, and after actually seeing Meta platforms going to move down to this area, we believe that then we are closing above this extremely strong horizontal resistance at 20 US dollar to then retest new price break above this area. Okay, but this will be happening later in time. So for the next weeks we expect now a movement downwards. So if you are buying, if you are a buyer, Meta platform buyers, you might think, obviously you are going to trade on your own, we do not take responsibilities on that, but you might think that actually we are facing a strong barrier, and also we are closing above the linear, actually what we've seen here in terms of envelopes. We are actually right now too extreme in the movement. Okay, now let's move on and let's analyze Alibaba. For Alibaba, nevertheless, of the strong bearish news which has been flooding the market, we've been strongly buyers. Okay, I've been sending several articles, several newsletters, several trading buy signals to my patrons stating that Alibaba was doomed to move higher over 2023 and 2024. Now let's analyze what the two property indicators are saying to us that actually after having seen, okay, having retrieved a perfect short sell signal, right now they are actually pointing higher, pointing to north, because as you can see here, the green curve is above the blue one, and even in this case, the green curve is above the red one. Differently from Meta, we do not see any reason to close our long right now for the short term. We believe that actually we are going to move till retest the 122, 120 US dollar area, and from there we are then moving to 200 US dollar. So we have a huge movement upwards for Alibaba. So we analyze the volumes, we see first of all here in March 2022 a huge volume, okay, and again we see so it was actually 1 year ago, and now we see again two huge increase in terms of volumes. So actually for 1, 2 in this case, 3 and 4, which means actually this area was a fake breakout, which has been calling, which we have been calling several times to our page. So again, now we see Alibaba going to move till 120 and then breaking to in the second half of the year, to move till 200 US dollar. Okay, so let's move on and let's analyze Amazon.com. For Amazon.com, we have a very different view when compared with Meta and with Alibaba. So with Meta, again, a recap, we see in the long term, mid-term, long term, a very strong movement higher. For the short term, we see that we actually believe that we are going to face a retrace. For Alibaba, we are strongly bullish both on the short and the medium and long term. Amazon.com is a completely different chart. As you can see here, the two property indicators are still in the short side with the green curve below the blue one, and even in this case with the green curve below the red one. Okay, right now the price is facing a very strong barrier at 100 US dollar. From here, I believe we are going to be rejected again, and only afterwards we might see some movement above this area. Okay, but until these two indicators will be pointing to the south, actually we do not see any reason why. Okay, so we as a financial trading academy, we are not long on Amazon. Even in terms of volumes, we do not see any point of control. We do not see any particular change in terms of volumes. So Amazon.com for us is not a stock that we should be buying, at least for now. Let's move on and let's analyze Ferrari. Ferrari has a fantastic chart and been sending several alerts to my Patreon stating that actually we want to be buyer for Ferrari already. The first article was sent when Ferrari was worth 80 US dollar. Right now we are actually at 280 US dollar. I've been stating several times that Ferrari is doomed to hit 1000 US dollar over the next years, and actually Ferrari seems to be that classic perfect stock that we're going to see at after 1000, then 10,000, 100,000 and 1 million for this stock, which is the chart is self-explanatory. As we can see here, we have a perfect perfect degrees. The linear regression is perfect. So actually, even in this case, the two indicators are pointing higher to the north. So right now we are facing the all-time high at 280 US dollar, which means we might see some squeezing, but then we will see a huge break above. And again, direction is at 1000 US dollar. We almost zeroed up. Guys, if you want to receive our trading signals on stocks, cryptos, stocks, and commodities, forex and commodities, then you can join our community on Patreon. You will find a link in the description field. Thank you, guys.